Hello students, today we are going to solve a very interesting transfer pricing question. In this question, we will see how to decide best selling price, how to calculate transfer price using opportunity cost, and how to share benefits between two divisions. So don't worry if this looks confusing right now. By the end of this video, everything will be crystal clear. Let's understand the question first. XY company has profit center divisions X and Y, making products X and Y respectively. There are two profit center divisions X and Y. Each unit of Y require 1 unit of X, and Y can sell a maximum 50,000 units in the external market at selling price of rupee 150 per unit. X has the capacity to produce 1 lakh units of X. X has capacity to produce 1 lakh units of X. The variable cost per unit is 12 rupees and fixed costs are 7 lakh 20,000. X can sell the following quantities in the external markets. These are the data of external sale. When the price per unit is 18, demand was 84,000. Price was 20, demand was 76,000. Price was 22, demand was 70,000 units. When price was 24, demand was 64,000 units, and 26 at that time 54,000 or less. Assume no stock to build up for X or Y. Y can purchase its requirement from the external market at 22 rupee per unit, but has to occur a bulk transportation cost of 1,50,000 for any quantity. Y also can purchase from external market at rupees 22 per unit. For that, he need to pay rupee 1,50,000 for transportation cost, which will not be incurred on transfer from X. When they are usually transfer from internal division, then 1,50,000 will not be incurred. But when they purchase from the external market, Y has to bear 1,50,000 as additional transportation cost. Now, what is the requirements? Our first requirement is assuming no demand from Y. What will be the best strategy for X? So X only sell the external market because Y has no demand. We check at which price profit is maximum. So in question it is already given the external sales details. First we will make a simple table where we will write down the all selling price details. 18, 20, 22, 24 and 26. It is already given in the question, and demands details are given. So we will make sure in the table we will write selling price, unit sold, sale, variable cost, fixed cost, and then profit. So what is the formula for profit? Sales minus variable cost, contribution minus fixed cost, profit. So sales is A into B, selling price into unit sold. When the selling price is 18 rupees, unit sold is 84,000 units. So sales will be 18 into 84,000, 15,12,000. And variable cost is given in the question 12 rupees per unit. So variable cost will be 84,000 units into 12 rupees, 10,08,000. Here it is given fixed cost as 7,20,000. So fixed cost is 7,20,000. So our profit will be sale minus variable cost minus fixed cost. 15,12,000 minus 10,08,000 minus 7,20,000. So in the first scenario, there will be a loss of rupee minus 2,16,000. In second case, selling price is 20 rupees. Unit sold was 76,000 units. So sale will be 20 into 76,000. 15 lakh 20,000. Now variable cost is 76,000 units into 12 rupees. 9 lakh 12,000 and fixed cost 7 lakh 20,000. So profit will be 15 lakh 20,000 minus 9 lakh 12,000 minus 7 lakh 20,000 minus 1 lakh 12,000 will be the loss for second case. For third case, 22 is the selling price. Unit sold is 70,000. Sale will be 22 into 70,000, 15 lakh 40,000. Variable cost 70,000 into 12, 8 lakh 40,000. Fixed cost 7 lakh 20 and our overall loss will be minus 20,000. For fourth scenario, 24 is the selling price. Unit sold is 64,000. Sale will be 24 into 64,000, 15 lakh 36. Variable cost 64,000 units into 12 rupees, 7 lakh 68,000. Fixed cost is 7 lakh 20. So profit will be sale 15 lakh 36 minus 7 lakh 68 minus fixed cost. So profit will be 48,000. In the last scenario, 26 is the selling price. Unit sold is 54,000. So sale will be 26 into 54,000, 14 lakh 40,000. Variable cost 54,000 units into 12 rupees, 6 lakh 48,000. 7 lakh 20,000 is the fixed cost. So overall profit will be sale minus variable cost minus fixed cost. So 36,000 is the profit. After calculating profit at each price, we find maximum profit is 48,000 at selling price 24 per unit and unit sold is 64,000 units. So the best strategy for division X is sell at rupee 24 at 64,000 units. Maximum profit will be 48,000. Now coming to the next part. In next part they are asking what will be the minimum transfer price that will X agree to if X has to pay 50,000 units to Y. So in the second scenario, if X has transferred 50,000 units to Y, what price will offer Y as the maximum? If X transfer 50,000 units to Y, then what Y offer as the maximum? So what Y will pay to X? So in the second part, we will calculate transfer price. Formula for transfer price is variable cost plus opportunity loss. That means contribution loss. That will be our opportunity cost. Variable cost is given 12 rupees per unit. Now, what is the opportunity cost? It is the loss of contribution when X transfer internally instead outside market. So we calculate contribution at 50,000 units if sold at 26. If we can see, if we can sold at rupee 26, then variable cost is 12 rupees. So our contribution will be 26 minus 12, 14 rupees. 50,000 into 14 rupees. And contribution at 64,000 units, selling price is 24 rupees. So 24 rupees selling price and variable cost is 12 rupees. So our overall opportunity lost is 12 rupees in second scenario. So 12 into 64,000. After calculation, opportunity cost per unit is 1.36 per unit. Now we will add, then we will find total transfer price is 13.26 unit. transfer price for transferee. Now we will see the angle from transferee. So what is the transfer price for transferee? So buy-in price or net margin rate, whichever is lower. Buy-in price means whatever the price in current market, that will be called as buy-in price. So we will calculate these both and will see and will compare with the others. Buy-in price will be 22 rupees plus. In question it is given that when the external market rate 22 per unit. So 22 plus they have to bear 1,50,000 additional transportation cost for every 50,000 units. So transportation cost is 3 rupee per unit. So our total buy-in price is 22 plus 3, 25 per unit. Further, we will calculate net margin rate. Formula for net margin rate is selling price of Y department minus own cost. Selling price of Y department is 150 rupee. Own cost. In the question, own cost data are not available. So we cannot find the net margin rate. Here, therefore, maximum price which Y will be ready to pay is 25 rupees. Got it? Now next part. In next part they are asking if Y is acceptable to partial supplies, what will be X best strategy under no compulsion to transfer but with the option to transfer as many units that it want to. What will be the quantity that X will agree to transfer and the corresponding price, assuming both division agree to share the benefits of transfer equally. So here we need to calculate what is the quantity that X agree to transfer to Y so that they both can distribute the profit equally. Now if Y purchase from outside market, cost will be 22 rupees. If X manufacture the product by own, variable cost is 12 rupees. So overall profit is 10 rupees. That means overall savings is 10 rupees, because if they are purchasing from the outside market, cost will be 22 rupees. If they manufacture in inside, they will get 12 rupee as cost. So overall profit is 10 rupees. If we share the profit equally to both department X and Y, so each will get 5 rupee, right? So our new transfer price will be variable cost plus saving shared, 12 plus 5 rupees, 17 rupees. And department X will transfer 36 units, that will be a spare capacity. Here we can see as department X is transferring only 36,000 units to department Y, the remaining 14,000 units to be purchased from outside and bulk transportation of 1,50,000 will be increased. Hence, this portion is irrelevant. This option is not feasible. So, they should avoid the option number 3, because however department X is transferring only 36,000 units, still they need to buy the remaining 14,000 units from the outside market. Irrespective of units, they have to pay 1,50,000 as a transportation cost. So this approach is irrelevant. Now coming to the final part. What is the best strategy of company? Will the company's overall strategy differ from the individual division's strategy? Compute the benefits, disadvantages, indifference between the divisional best and company best strategy. So here we need to calculate the overall company ka profit, which will be the best company strategy. Present value calculations to substitute all your answer. So coming to the final part. savings to the company if 50,000 units are transferred. If X transfer the 50,000 units to department Y, savings will be 50,000 into 25. How this 25 came? 22 is the outside market price plus 3 rupee is the transportation cost per unit for 50,000 unit. Here we have already calculated 1,50,000 divided by 50,000 units, 3 rupee. So our total cost is 25 rupees. 50,000 into 25. So our savings will be 12,50,000. In case of they transferred the 50,000 units internally. Now we will subtract the manufacturing cost and contribution loss for X. Manufacturing cost is 12 rupees per unit into 50,000, 6 lakhs, and contribution loss is 68,000. So our net saving will be 5,82,000. This profit is maximum as a whole, as a company ka profit for entire division. So best strategy for company is this method. So guys, if you like the video, please hit the like button. Thank you.